Is it crazy or autocracy? Or what type of crazy is that? Except crazy.
News making the headlines.
Black Maria is to carry criminals, trading looters that are in government today.
Sometimes it gets confrontational.
Slap you in the face.
Excuse me, don't put words into my mouth.
Whatever it is that will bring our military to disrepute, I said to hell
On
with it.
Core Digest,
I want to know why I should be believing them.
every weekday, we bring all of these together and take them to the court of public opinion.
Everybody has a right in Nigeria.
Where you are the judge.
So glad to have you back. It's still Core Digest on Core TV News Lagos. And as I said before the break, today we are considering the 2016 budget versus dwindling economy, the issues and challenges. And I have with me to discuss this matter today two gentlemen. To my immediate right, I have Kayode Salako. He's a social commentator. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister. I'm happy to be in your studio today, as usual.
Okay, thanks for coming. Then, of course, I also have here Victor Ohai. He is a public affairs analyst. It's great to have you here, Victor.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, listeners.
Okay.
I mean, viewers, rather.
Yes, viewers. Now, let's move straight. The topic itself, the issues and challenges bordering on the 2016 budget and the dwindling economy. What really are these issues? Let me begin with you, Victor.
Okay. Finally, we have had a transition from one government to another. We know that government is a continuum because, as I say, soldier go, soldier come, barrack remain. The civil service remains. It's the same civil service. They're the ones that do the preliminary work on any budget, and they have always been there. So I find it difficult to understand why a year down the line since swearing in and more than a year down the line since assumption of power, we still don't have what looks like, a feasible budget as yet. There is a document, but up to this point, the president still doesn't consider it one. He's asked for a clean copy. And I think if we understand the implication of a budget, or if we take more seriously the implication of a budget on any nation's economy, we would not play with it like this. Why do I say so? It's one thing to say you want to be thorough.
Yeah.
I know people who want to write the perfect book. Those books today are buried in the cemetery because they kept on perfecting and perfecting and perfecting. They were still not satisfied with it until they died with the books in their head. There is no such thing as a perfect document.
Okay.
A budget is what it is, a plan. Okay. Now it has been argued that the president wants to do 100% implementation, and if he's going to do 100% implementation, therefore it has to be perfect. In the end, what happens? The economy is suffering. Companies cannot plan because you derive your plans from the macroeconomy for your own micro. The microeconomy derives from the macroeconomy.
Okay.
Is the bigger picture we have from the budget that we can use to plan both the companies and then down to the individual homes. Besides, a lot of things are being held back because nobody wants to go into anything without knowing what lies ahead, and no serious company does that. And so what we're doing so far is just hanging in there, waiting and hoping, and the economy is suffering terribly.
Now let me go to you, Kayode. Victor has mentioned quite a number of challenges. As a matter of fact, the budget is yet to be passed. Just yesterday at the FEC meeting, the presidency revealed that they've passed the budget again to the Senate, the National Assembly, and they are expecting details, like let's say new details now. And we are just hoping that, say, the Calabar-Lagos Road project, for instance, has been included. What is the way out of this merry-go-round, and this movement back and forth, tossing back and forth, really?
Well, thank you very much. Let me first of all establish this, that I am the national coordinator of the Change Agents of Nigeria Network, CAN. It is on this premise I have the opportunity to speak on most of the TV and radio platforms, and the media platforms. And so, I am a change agent, and I believe so much in this government. I am someone who believes 100% in this government, because it is a very responsible government. This is about the first time we Nigerians can beat our chests and vouch that we have responsible and disciplined leadership in charge of the running of the affairs of Nigeria. So coming back to the issue of the budget, I don't think what Mr. President is asking for is a perfect budget document. He has not come out anywhere to say it, that, oh, fellow Nigerians, until I have a perfect budget, then I won't work. He has not said that. What Mr. President is looking for is a budget that can make him to run the kind of government that Nigerians can feel the impact positively. So I think what he wants is a document that can include, that can accommodate some of the programs of his government. And I think so far he has been able to achieve that to an extent, because the Lagos Calabar Railway project now has been included. All the grey areas, the Senate has come out to say all the grey areas that have been delaying the passage of the budget and signing of the budget rather have been taken care of. So any moment from now, the clean copies of the budget are going to be transmitted to the president for onward signage. So you see, this is a government of change, and this is a government platform that had not governed this country before. APC, All Progressive Congress. This is a new platform. It's a new government. APC had not governed Nigeria before. This is the first time they will be experiencing it.
But so, do you then think it is an excuse? Do you think it's an excusable action on their part? Because all the while they were in opposition, planning to gain power, somehow one would have expected that there are strategies in place already to ensure that if they are able to gain power, to gain access to power, then the different issues which they were talking about, which they were criticizing the previous administration for, they would be able to sweep them off in a very short while.
I cannot make an excuse for the government I don't belong to. I'm not part of the government, so I'm not here to come and make an excuse for them.
Yeah. I
have always spoken like an opinionated Nigerian, a Nigerian who deserves the right to express his opinion.
Okay.
In my own opinion, I feel a government just left power,
yes,
and that government spent 16 years. Now, the way the government ran Nigeria is not the way this government has come to run Nigeria. So, it is reasonable enough for us to realize that, okay, this is a new platform. They have promised to do things in a different way, and so we shouldn't expect this fire brigade kind of approach that we're used to. They need time to sit down, look into Aso Rock. What is there? What do we need to retain? What do we need to sustain? What do we need to remove? What do we need to change? how do we present our program to Nigerians? How do we implement our agenda? The change agenda is different from the transformation agenda of the former president Goodluck Jonathan. His own was the transformation agenda. This one is the change agenda. And we all know that even when Jesus Christ came to come and change this world, when he came, it was not easy for him. You see, humankind gave him wahala. We didn't understand Jesus when he was going about trying to change things in God's way. We didn't understand it. At the end of the day, we drove him away. We nailed him to the cross. We nailed him to the cross. So this government is a government that has promised. I'm not speaking for the government. I'm not the spokesperson of the government, but I have told you, I worked for this government, for the installation of this government. I worked for it. Okay. I voted for it, and I still believe in it. I still have hope in it, because this is not a government that will come and run Nigeria in the old other way, the way Nigeria used to be run. So they are promised to come and do things in a different way. And so if Mr. President is asking for a budget that will make him to be able to run his programs well, to be able to impact on the lives of every Nigerian, that every Nigerian will feel, I don't think it is too much if we allow him to do it the way he feels. At the end of the day, Nigerians will appreciate. Let me just add this before you come off me. I want to bring you back to Lagos State. When the former Lagos State Governor, Babatunde Raji Fashola, when he first came in as governor of Lagos, his first 1 year was almost about this. When President Goodluck Jonathan came in newly as president of Nigeria in 2011, go and check your history. His first 1 year was also like this, because he needed to sit down, he needed to come in, settle down, and understand the system and how to run the system. But today, all of us are celebrating the better Lagos, and I believe at the end of the day, we are also going to celebrate a better Nigeria, because the people who are in charge of Nigeria now are people I have faith in.
Okay.
They are the best set of mentally vibrant Nigerians that I feel Mr. President has gathered to work with him.
Okay.
All they just need is little time to settle down, understand the system, get a very good budget document, and start implementing it.
Okay.
For the benefit of all Nigerians.
Okay. Thank you very much, Kayode. Now you have faith in these persons who are working with the present administration to achieve a good change, in Nigeria, positive change for Nigeria.
Yes.
Now, Victor, you are you're a public affairs analyst. When exactly is the budget supposed to come into force? Now, he's saying he believes in these persons; they can make it happen. What do you think, considering the delay? When exactly is this budget to be implemented?
Well, I want to agree with him that these are persons who are supposed to know what to do. Why do I agree with him? The vice president was a former commissioner in Lagos State. He was involved in a budgetary process under Tinubu's regime. Fashola has governed the state for 8 years, so he should understand what budgeting is about. In fact, the commissioner of finance, Mr. Finance was commissioner of finance in Ogun State. When you look around, there is no neophyte. The president himself was a former head of state.
Of course.
Why are we giving excuses for failure? They ought to know. None of them is new in government. None of them. I agree with him. They are experienced. They have been there. They have run budgets before. They have presented budgets before. What are we dilly-dallying for 1 year? Secondly, we have a National Assembly that has a majority. It's not, you don't have opposition. It's not the opposition that is holding anything back. It's APC that is in the majority. You understand what I'm saying? And I ask again, why are you punishing Nigerians? Many people who were waiting for at the beginning of presentation of this budget have died. They have not tasted out of this budget. How many more will die in the process of trying to do a perfect budget by people who are experienced all of whom have been in government, apart from Buhari himself in the last 16 years, every other person in this government has been in government. From the ministers and all the people he has had, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, please.
They have all been in government. He himself has been in government. So what is new? What are we trying to make? Is like the issue of a choice of ministers. They were going to look for a maternity, a virgin and maternity ward. You are looking for saints to make ministers. 6 almost were waiting for ministers. You see, I don't have a problem with trying to make things look great and all of that. But for me, this is all about show. Nigerians want you to hit the ground running. He talked about Fashola. There was no delay with Fashola. As soon as Fashola entered government, he hit the ground running. In 3 months' time, we almost forgot that Tinubu ruled Lagos State.
That was a state.
We were here.
That was a state.
No, I mean, you give it as an example. No, you brought an example.
Yeah.
No, you mentioned Fashola. Yeah. You said Fashola took a long time before we felt his impact. I said no. I was here. I was alive. I was old enough. Okay. So I should know.
Okay. I quite understand your opinion about this matter. Now, let me come back to you, Kayode. In the course of this administration, of course, with the falling oil prices and everything, Nigerian states have had to depend on the federal government, the Central Bank of Nigeria, for bailout and the rest. But as it is now, so many of these states are still crying out to the federal government for more help because they are still unable to pay salaries. Labor is demanding an increase in the minimum wage. From a faction is demanding 56,000 naira, another faction is demanding about 90,000 naira. How would you say the government has fared in handling these matters in order to ensure that each state is independent and can effectively, adequately manage its own resources and its persons, really?
Well, when we say bailout, someone is in a kind of crisis and he runs to you for bailout. It's a temporary solution. Bailout does not mean that is going to be the way to continue to be. Bailout simply means you are unable to meet your obligations now, maybe to the people of your state, your civil servants. They are hungry, they are dying of hunger. Okay, what can we do in the interim period? What can we do urgently to alleviate their suffering? The federal government, in its wisdom, came out to say, okay, let us release some money to the state to cushion the effect. Yeah. Now, if we remove Lagos State, maybe River State, yeah, and some few other states, I am sure with the present state of the Nigeria economy, it is only very few states that can afford to survive. Why? Because many of these states are civil service states. So, if you don't pay the civil servants, then there will be big crisis. There won't be money for people to spend. Now, Lagos State can afford to survive, to stand on its own. Lagos State does not even need the federal government intervention or money for the federation account. Lagos State can survive. But how many other states in Nigeria can survive? Because many of these states, when they were supposed to be saving, planning for this kind of unexpected circumstance, they did not save. From the 52% federal government allocation, the past federal government did not save for the rainy day. The states, they didn't save. All of them were just living life, especially the politicians. That is why I call our state of the economy the 37th state in Nigeria. Nigeria has 37 states. The 37th one is a live wire. Is a live wire of 36, which is our state of economy. Inside this state, that is where our leaders are. That is where the government officials are. That is where the civil servants are. That is where the people that are running the affairs of this country are. But unfortunately, in the past 50-something years, since 1960, that Nigeria became an independent country, this state, this 37 states, has run Nigeria anyhow. So, in my own opinion, I think if the civil servants in some of these states must not continue to be dying of hunger, because if we are saying we want to leave the state to go and source for money to solve their problems, the negative effect of the problem will still always come on the federal government. Because what everybody will be saying is, we voted for change, now we are suffering, we are hungry. So everybody will, the whole problem will fall on the federal government. That is why the federal government has been looking for a temporary solution to alleviate the problem. I don't think there's anything wrong if the children have a problem and they run to their rich father to help. So, in the interim, whatever the federal government can do, because the people are hungry, that's the truth. He has said it, that while waiting for the budget to be passed, the budget imbroglio to be resolved, the effect on Nigerians has been very, very negative. A lot of Nigerians are hungry. So, whatever the federal government can do to make sure that this state pay their workers, because the government is the largest employer of labor. So, when the states are not paying their workers, the people won't get money to spend. Okay. When people don't have money to spend, then there will be noise.
Okay.
When there is noise, it will discredit the effort of the government. So the federal government must continue to do whatever it can do to make sure that the negative effect of this economic action on Nigeria citizens is being alleviated, while they work out how the state can settle whatever they are owing.
Okay, now
and also diversify, go into other sources of generating incomes.
Okay, now let me go to Victor.
Yeah.
It is I was even watching the Minister of Finance speak this morning that once the budget is implemented, once it's signed into law, money is pumped into the economy and the Nigerians are okay. Now, the delay in the passage of this budget, what do you think about its impact on the lives of Nigerians, really, the average Nigerians?
Okay, let me start by responding to a few points you raised there. I think the bailout is just a way of subsidizing corruption. I call this, I describe it so because when, I was listening to a friend share a joke recently where he talked about the new name of some states. There are no SARS states and half-SARS states. No SARS states are no salary states. Half-SARS states are half-salary states. And this has lingered for so long. Now, a state, and I'm going to be direct, like Osun, for instance, with direct Beshola there. Only God knows why I was voted the second time. But perhaps the sentiments of Tiwantiwa and all that helped. Where you discredit people from another party and make them look like they belong to another planet altogether. He came back, and the people are suffering till tomorrow. I do not see him not paying himself salaries or any of his aides. These workers, what the president is doing right now, probably just derived from his word, he said, because they will not say the federal government is this change is not working and all that. What that simply tells you is what you're doing, you know something is wrong, but you're trying to cover it up. That's exactly what is happening. States have to be held accountable. This issue of corruption, if the government were to put its searchlight properly, a lot of the so-called state governments and civil servants in many of these states ought to have been picked up a long time ago, because they misuse pension funds, they misuse salaries, even the bailouts that were given to some of the states. We all know that they diverted them to other purposes and for other use. For how long do we want to continue to subsidize corruption? We are waiting for the budget to come out, and we are hoping that maybe when that comes out, it might make, a difference and all that. Now, what I want to say is, the budget will be released very soon. Even if you talk about 100% implementation, so much damage has been done already. Needless. Because there's something about the budgetary process. I don't know if you heard the word supplementary budget before. Have you heard it, sir?
Yes, I've heard it.
Very good. Why do you bring supplementary budget? You bring a supplementary budget when other issues arise that you want to address. You present it and it will be passed. If the budget had been implemented initially, a lot of fine, there are padded things and all that. Why do you have EFCC? Why do you have the anti-graft agencies? What are they not supposed to be working alongside? If you detect these things, you monitor these things quietly. Stop making noise, and then follow up. We have a budgetary office that is supposed to be monitoring budget implementation. If someone puts in, the fact that you budget something does not necessarily mean that you must implement it like that. If what you have done is over-bloated, obviously it's subject to other processes. So, I still, on behalf of Nigerians who are suffering, I do not buy into this excuse.
Okay.
This alibi, I don't think it's tenable at all.
Okay, well, it's the Core Digest on Core TV News Lagos. Let's take a very quick break. And when we return, we'll look more into this issue of the 2016 budget versus the dwindling economy, the issues and challenges arising from it. Do join us again.
For topical issues, Nigerians must have something to say.
Arms. We don't need arms for anything. Let them put it into education.
They need to buy another arms now. What are they fighting for? Who? Government should deal with them squarely.
Please help us bring back our gas. No money, no markets. We are dying. Everybody is crying. Nothing.
Any man God support, no man stops. It's a prophecy I believe he must have received from heaven. Yes.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
Every day, every hour, and every minute, news break in Nigeria. Things happen so fast, it's most times difficult to track and comprehend them. But that's what we do right here on DG360. 2015, would you want to come back again?
It's like asking Jesus Christ if he knew he was going to die, will you want to come back as the savior of the world again?
We do not just help you track the stories, we break them down, explore all the angles, analyze the issues so that you can fully comprehend the stories, use them to make the right decisions.
You can now watch Core TV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to Core TV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click Core TV, leave a space, then News. Core TV News, a 24-hour news station. Core TV News now live on all Androids.
Welcome to Core TV Primetime News.
Download Core TV News app from your Play Store. Click on the menu to see all our top stories from politics, sports, business, foreign news and live TV to watch us live on your mobile.
I want to know why I should be believing them.
You can also click on video to see all our YouTube videos. Core TV News, a 24-hour news station.
Every day, every hour, and every minute, news break in Nigeria. Things happen so fast, it's most times difficult to track and comprehend them. But that's what we do right here on DG360. 2015, would you want to come back again?
It's like asking Jesus Christ if he knew he was going to die, will you want to come back as the savior of the world again?
We do not just help you track the stories, we break them down, explore all the angles, analyze the issues so that you can fully comprehend the stories, use them to make the right decisions.
You can now watch Core TV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to Core TV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click Core TV, leave a space, then News. Core TV News, a 24-hour news station.
Is it crazy or autocracy? Or what type of crazy is that? Except crazy.
News making the headlines.
Black Maria is to carry criminals, trading looters that are in government today.
Sometimes it gets confrontational.
Slap you in the face.
Excuse me, don't put words into my mouth.
Whatever it is that will bring our military to disrepute, I said to hell
on
with it.
Core Digest.
I want to know why I should be believing them.
Every weekday, we bring all of these together and take them to the court of public opinion.
Everybody have the right in Nigeria.
Where you are the judge.
Maybe 1 year time.
Wow. Welcome back. It's still Core Digest on Core TV News Lagos. And as you can hear, even all through the break, my guests were all talking and, you know, it's just everyone's expectations. Nigeria becomes a better place, that this dwindling economy rises again. And we can boldly say that indeed we're a giant of Africa. Because I still have here with me Victor Ohai, a public affairs analyst, and Kayode Salako, a social commentator. Remember, the topic has been 2016 budget versus dwindling economy, the issues and the challenges. We talked so much about the budget just before the break. Let's now talk about the economy. I remember when we mentioned it during the break, someone said, do we have an economy? Well, I wish we do have an economy, don't we, Victor?
I don't know about an economy at the moment. The economy in the terms of the word, yes, but I mean, what we have right now is something running on autopilot. An economy should be one that is purpose-driven, target-driven. You know, it shouldn't be one that is subject to the whims and caprices of external and internal forces that you have no control over. You know, but where we are right now is a situation where anything that happens, we're either blaming the past administration, or we're blaming the dwindling oil resources, or blaming corruption. When you take charge of an economy, or when you have an economy that you're in charge of, then you drive and direct it in the direction that you want. You will not let external forces begin to hit. Of course, there are external forces, but you will not be reactive, you'll be proactive in relation to those external forces. That's how you drive an economy. That's how you strategize for an economy.
Okay, now let's move to you, Kayode. Let's talk about budget padding. That was one major issue that pervaded the history of the 2016 budget. Padding in this form, padding in that form. What do you say about that?
Well, you see, I've always talked about the old order, Nigeria's way of doing things. The old order, Nigeria's way of doing things, and the new order, Nigeria way of doing things. You see, when some people talk, they want us to forget the history about the past of Nigeria completely, so that we can continue to glorify the present. And it is not possible for you to forget your history, because the events of yesterday will always help to influence how we run the event of today. So history will always be there. When people say the present government is making excuses, blah 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 blah, that is why history is a subject subject of study in the school.
It's been scrapped in.
You study yes, it is in what?
It's been scrapped in.
But is that normal? Are we supposed to scrap it? Is that good? Are we supposed to scrap history in Nigeria?
Ask the government.
Even the Bible is a book of history. The Quran is a book of history. If we didn't read about who Jesus Christ was yesterday, how are we going to appreciate him today? How will his lifestyle of yesterday help us to form our own decision to follow him today? What I'm saying is this: the kind of budget that was given to Mr. President, I am not part of his government. I have not yet come and speak for him, But I am speaking as a Nigerian who understands the situation of Nigeria in my own way. There is no way anybody can just come. Nigeria is not a country anybody can just come and say, I want to change Nigeria like that because I'm a change agent.
Okay, so what are you saying about the pardon?
What I'm saying is this. The kind of document that was given to Mr. President had issues. One of them is the issues of pardon. There are other grey areas. That project was not about pardon alone. There were other things that were involved around that budget. And Mr. President, being the kind of a person he is, a man of integrity, he agreed that this budget is not good enough for my government. I need, if not perfectly clean, I need a government that can reflect the wishes of Nigerians as concerning my government. The kind of government that can make me to impact, to run my program the way I planned it. And so, the people that padded the budget have not come out to say it is Mr. President that asked them to go and pad it. Or somebody asked me to go and pad it.
Okay.
That document, that padded budget, was an old, other way of preparing budget in Nigeria.
Okay, now let me move to Victor now. Okay.
So now, Mr. President is saying things cannot continue to be like that. Let us look into the budget and see how we can get a better budget that will reflect the image, the kind of image our government is trying to portray.
Okay, let me now move
government
to
of integrity.
Let me now move to Victor. In the preparation of the budget, it's not only the permanent secretaries that were involved. The new ministers who are actually managing the affairs of the ministries were also involved. So how does the issue of the pardon now come in? Because one would have just expected that as new persons who are bringing in change, there should be some kind of integrity in the preparation of the budget and, of course, actual implementation.
Have the civil servants been changed? Have all the civil servants in Nigeria been changed?
Okay, please, let Victor speak on the pardon of the budget.
If I, as a minister, I go into a ministry, I'm there representing the president. The policy of the government is what I'm implementing as a political appointee. The civil servants are to help me implement that policy of the administration. And so if it's time to prepare a budget will be prepared in line with the objectives of my principal, the president. When the budget is prepared, we see that what are areas of priority, what are those things, blah, 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 blah. We look at them. I will be an irresponsible representative of the government if I take just anything that is presented to me and I go out there to the National Assembly or go to whatever central working committee, whatever it is, and they have to collate everything and then go and put that as part of the document and present it to Nigerians. I will have to take full responsibility. But you know what? They will not. Because as usual, they will continue to shirk responsibility and claim it is 16 years that produced that budget. How can you, something you sit down and work with, unless you're incompetent and not fit to be on that seat, how can you carry a document and go and defend it when you know that that document is not right, is not fit, and it's not proper?
It is easier said than done.
Now, let's
we can sit here and be talking as if we can also handle it perfectly. Nigeria is a big country.
Okay, let's get our viewers.
It is not as easy.
Is the government just realizing it?
Okay. Victor,
is just working on a budget that will reposition Nigeria for the better.
Okay, we'll return to this. We will return to this, please. Let's just quickly involve our watchers, those who are watching at home, our viewers. Please be a part of this conversation by reaching us via the telephone line 0816-481-8001, 0816-481-8001. And if you're calling from beyond the shores of Nigeria, kindly remember to add the short code +234. 0816-481-8001.
Is it everybody that is a change agent in Nigeria right now? Is it everybody who believes in this change agenda, this change government? Is it everybody that voted for it? is it every civil servant in Nigeria that even wanted Buhari to be there in the first place? Buhari is not the one that will sit down and prepare the budget by himself. It involves a lot of processes. And in the process, if some people feel, oh, this is the way we used to do it, let us do it like that and give it to Mr. President. We also
with whose consent?
Even the members of the National Assembly
with whose consent?
Were also culpable in this.
They said, let us do it like that.
Some members of the National Assembly too, even in the process, put certain this National Assembly is both for APC and PDP. It is even of more majority. It is even more of PDP than APC. As far as I am concerned. Yes. Yes. You have been speaking for PDP, and I have been speaking for what I believe in.
Now.
I'm not wearing any cap.
Okay.
I'm just a Nigerian.
Okay.
You have been speaking in support of
what is going on.
Victor and
you have been speaking in support of the old order Nigeria.
Okay, please, let's not.
I am speaking for the new order Nigeria.
I'm sorry, please, let's not make this. Yes, let's quickly take Balogun from Delta State. Good morning to you, Balogun.
Yeah, good morning.
Please, let's have your opinion.
I thank you for speaker discuss this morning. Well, this is my contribution. The president and his cabinet, I think they must have prepared for Nigeria. They know the condition of Nigeria before they take over. The falling of the oil price started before they take over. Before they take over, oil was $200. All these Lakadasis institutions, Nigeria should be. They know they have been preparing since 2013 in election. They have been warned now. Let them deliver the goods. The issue of corruption is what that is destroying this Nigeria, not only in federal. Come to the state. Come to my state here. Nothing is happening. The corruption, the agencies that is against corruption should move down to Delta State and come and see things going on. Budget not implemented, not implemented. Budget get implemented. How many of the budget will affect Nigeria? Government should wake up. The purpose of government is security and welfare. And these two things are not in existence in anywhere in Nigeria. The government should wake up. Nigeria is a mess. The government of the day should wake up to the responsibility.
Okay.
This budget should be passed. APC is the leader, is the top, not PDP. They should stop letting PDP. They should face their government squarely and do something better than what PDP has done in the 15 years. We are believing in Nigeria state. We have another country to run to, but Nigeria, they should do something for Nigeria to write their name. It goes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Balogun, for that. Now, I want to mention again that this is not a forum for a debate between two opposition parties. No, we are looking at the 2016 budgets, the dwindling economy. We're looking at the issues and challenges arising. So I would really like us to keep it at that and not make it a party affair.
I'm wondering, for me, this is cheap blackmail as far as
party fight.
No, it's not about party. He introduced himself as a change agent. He voted for another. I'm here as a Nigerian. I have a right to speak my opinion as a Nigerian, and I believe I'm representing, if you like, whether you call it a minority or whatever, a certain voice. You know, people on the street who are feeling this thing, who are not blinded by party loyalty or because by a need to defend what is obviously crumbling and indefensible regime that is plunging Nigeria backward over 30 years.
Okay.
Now, what type of Nigeria did President Muhammadu Buhari inherit?
One with a GDP that was number one in Africa. That
is on paper.
What is on paper?
We've been hearing them. When the federal government is still borrowing money to pay salaries, is that the kind of economy?
How many states were
you can expect somebody to come and run perfectly? You see, there are a lot of problems on ground. This government inherited a lot of problems. And in their wisdom,
what are the problems?
In their wisdom, you don't see anything good about this government.
No, what are the problems?
From the way you have spoken so far, you don't see anything good about the government. But I am saying
you can say all you want to say. I'm not interested.
I am saying there is hope.
Like you, I don't have an interest in getting anything from the government.
Who has an interest?
Other than my right, which is let the economy work. Let me be able to do my things rightly. That's all that
they are repairing. They are reconstructing Nigeria. You want to build you want to rebuild a house that has been bastardized, that has been spoiled
by who?
For so many years.
By who?
Okay, the Minister for Power, Works and Housing
yes
was talking recently where he said the National Electric Commission was commissioned about 60-something years ago, about 64 years ago, to give Nigeria electricity. And in over 60 years, all Nigeria has been able to generate is about 5,000 megawatts.
He's there now.
When South Africa has almost about 50,000 megawatts.
Okay.
Is that about the present government?
Please, let's quickly attend to Steve. He's calling from Jos. Good morning, Steve.
Hello, good morning.
Please, let's have your contribution.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Steven speaking from Jos, please. It's interesting debating about this budget. But the truth about it is the common man on the street is not interested about the grammar and the intricate and the pro and cons of the budget. What we need as ordinary Nigerians is food on our table, guaranteed security, education, workable infrastructures in the country. So that grammar that they are speaking about the budget, I think it doesn't affect the common man on the street. It affects those who are responsible. What we want is that people that have been placed with situations of responsibility, they should handle it responsibly in the interest of not only themselves, but in the interest of the nation. They must be selfless in service, not selfish. They must not be greedy people, but generous people. These are the kind of leaders we need in this country. Please, let us allow ourselves, irrespective of our party differences, irrespective of our tribal differences, irrespective of our different, our regional differences, let us look at what will help us as a nation. We are blessed. We have all it takes to be great. But why are we just circumventing round the clock on progress? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Steve, for your contribution. Any comment on Steve's?
Yes. No, I have a response to that.
Okay, please let's have it.
The true intention of the change agenda for Nigeria can never ever be to come and inflict more pains on Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian, I'm a common Nigerian too. I pay labor bills. I have a lot of bills to pay. I need to sustain my investment in Nigeria. I need to sustain my life and all of that. I also want a very good Nigeria. And that is why I voted for change. But what I'm saying is this. A government cannot just come in and we expect everything to change perfectly like that within a few months. This government, I am convinced that it is not an irresponsible government. This is a government that at the end of the day, Nigerians will have cause to appreciate. Because this is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. It is a process.
Okay.
You don't just come into government and start politics and that miraculously.
Okay, please let's have Babatunde speak on this discourse today. Good morning, Babatunde.
Yeah, good morning, presenter.
Yes, please.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you. Go on with your contribution.
Yeah, what I want to say about the discussion of the day is that, like one of the contributors have said, we cannot forget what happened in the past to forge ahead with the future. But the unfortunate thing is that even the government of the day were not adequately prepared to take on the problem that we have in Nigeria. All I just want to say here is Nigeria need to be patient, because when a house is bad and you want to get the best out of it, you have to evacuate yourself and to do a proper restructuring. But in a state like Nigeria, people are there, business are going on, and people are not patient. All I just want to say is that the APC government, we understand there are no more challenges before them, but they are not presenting themselves as people who understand the problem. We agree that there are a lot of issues. You and I will not be saying what we are saying today if we are seeing policies that are geared toward solving the problem. Yes, there is problem, but there are no policies from them that are targeted at solving this problem.
Okay.
They should stop over bloating the problem. We know, but let us begin to see their policies as arresting it.
Okay.
Then we begin to appreciate their effort.
Thank
For
you so
now,
much.
nothing. Now,
Okay, many thanks for your contribution today. He's calling for patience, Victor.
Well, he has spoken very well. I'm a Nigerian living in this, under this same government and this same economy. So it is my personal selfish interest that things be okay. I think it's also in the interest of the common man that things get better. Otherwise, at the rate at which we're going, it will be terrible. So that's why we have to be optimistic. Not necessarily because of them, but for our own sake. We have to be optimistic and hope that if they can't even do it, that God will do it for us.
You see, one fact I like to establish here is that in this present government, the money of Nigeria will not flow for the wrong reasons. It is because the money and the resources of Nigeria have been flowing among few people over time for the wrong reasons. That is why Lagos by the express road is still there. For many years it has not been fixed. That is why as the greatest black nation on earth, all we have been able to generate since over something years is about 5,000 megawatts of electricity. That is why environmentally, if you go around the environment of Nigeria, you see a lot of chaos, a lot of archaic tendencies. It is because money has been flowing for the wrong reasons. We have a man in charge who I believe will deploy the money of Nigeria.
So let's just hope that
for the right reasons. Yeah, money will flow for the right reasons.
So let's hope that belief actually comes into reality.
I believe it. Okay. That's my belief.
Okay, let's go on another quick break. When we come back, we'll go on with this contribution, with this discussion, and remember that you can still be a part of it. All you need to do is call the number showing on the screen right now. Do stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment.
Every day, every hour, and every minute, news break in Nigeria. Things happen so fast, it's most times difficult to track and comprehend them. But that's what we do right here on DG360. 2015, would you want to come back again?
It's like asking Jesus Christ if he knew he was going to die, will you want to come back as the savior of the world?
We do not just help you track the stories, we break them down, explore all the angles, analyze the issues so that you can fully comprehend the stories and use them to make the right decisions.
Core TV News now live on all Androids.
Welcome to Core TV Primetime News.
Download Core TV News app from your Play Store. Click on the menu to see all our top stories from politics, sports, business, foreign news and live TV to watch us live on your mobile.
I want to know why I should be believing them.
You can also click on video to see all our YouTube videos. Core TV News, a 24-hour news station.
Is it warocracy or autocracy? Or what type of crazy is that? Except crazy.
News making the headlines.
Black Maria is to carry criminals, child looters that are in government today.
Sometimes it gets confrontational.
Slap you in the face. Excuse me, don't put words into my mouth. Whatever it is that will bring our military to the Supreme. I said to hell.
On Core Digest.
I want to know why I should be believing them.
Every weekday, we bring all of these together and take them to the court of public opinion.
Everybody has a right in Nigeria.
Where you are the judge.
To have you back, it's still Core Digest on Core TV News Lagos, and the topic of discussion today, 2016 budget versus dwindling economy, the issues and challenges. My guests Victor Hai and Kayode Salako are still with me in the studio. Okay, let's talk about diversification of the economy.
Yes,
that is one issue that the government has promised to work on in order to ensure that Nigeria lives again.
You see, my sister, any government which cannot give Nigeria constant electricity, security, and create more jobs, good life for Nigerians, cannot give Nigeria anything. And I think that is the focus of this government.
Okay.
That is the focus.
Okay, we understand we have Sunday calling us from Cross River. Let's quickly speak with him. Good morning, Sunday.
Yeah, good morning, sister.
Yeah, please go on with your contribution.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Sunday. How are you?
I have heard about the budget and all that we have been saying. But my sister, with the look of things, it's very clear that this present administration did not have any plan before coming to board. If you are talking about there was a corruption and looting, you should understand that Abacha looting before 1999 that we came fully into democracy. So Obasanjo did not reflect Nigeria back that the reason why I will not perform is because of Abacha looting. But from the first day that this present administration came to board, all that they have been saying is looting, looting, looting. From looting chapter, the next to hear is that ministerial appointment, 4 good months. We were expecting angels to become ministers. At the end of the day, we saw the same governors of states to become the same ministers, and we are still suffering what they were suffering in their state. We end up again expecting a perfect petroleum minister, since that was our problem. And the same president that says he's fighting for corruption became a president, a minister of petroleum. If they say he's fighting for corruption, he's supposed to be a minister of housing or a minister of land, but he became a minister of petroleum because he knows what he wants to derive there. And because we are all fools in Nigeria, we are keeping quiet. Now we have budget part 1, we have budget part 2, we have budget part 3. Simply because their major objectives that Saraki is supposed to be out of that this thing as a president have not worked. That is why we are suffering all these things. So I have seen it that they did not have even one single plan. Since they started, who had their jail? We saw Dansuki Gate. From Dansuki Gate, the next day you will hear the Minister of Information, Lawa Mohammed, making a statement that about so Nigeria are with so billion. Before we realized they said they will publish their name, we did not hear the names again. That is how the names ended to today. The presidency itself came up and said very soon the names will be published. So these people have no budget and plan for we. We just pray that God should help us. So that if not so, that is what we continue to suffer. Okay. So my plea for the House there and the discussion is that all that they are saying there is just a formality. As soon as their game plan works for Saraki, you will see that the budget will pass through. So please, that is my contribution for you. Thank you very much.
Sante, we sincerely appreciate that. Or has a comment?
Well, he has expressed his own opinion.
Yeah.
As a Nigerian. But one fact remains that I have not seen anybody who can come to govern Nigeria and change Nigeria immediately. During Obasanjo's period, we complained. During Obasanjo's period, Nigerians were complaining. There is no president that has ever governed us that we didn't complain about. So, the issue of Buhari getting there, he doesn't have plans and whatever. I'm not going to speak for him. But one thing I know is that for about the first time since I have been born as a Nigerian, we now have a very responsible, disciplined, visionary, sane government in place.
Okay, now Victor, let's talk about.
Us give them. I am still looking forward to about 2-3 years to this government before I can start drawing my own conclusion.
Okay.
Heaven was not built in a day. I mean, Rome was not built in a day, and neither was America discovered in 2 years.
Okay.
Obviously, we all agree that this present government inherited a very destabilized, bastardized Nigeria.
Okay,
it needs effort. It needs effort and little time to rebuild that foundation. You cannot build something on nothing.
Okay.
So that foundation is what Buhari is working on.
Please let him
give us a Nigeria with a very good foundation, because it won't be there forever.
Okay, please let Victor say something.
I want to draw from what Sunday said. Sincerely, I repeat, for my own sake, and for the sake of the suffering, a lot of suffering Nigerians, I wish well for Nigeria. I'm picking my words carefully. I wish well for Nigeria.
Same here.
I have no.
Same here.
My interest is not in any government. If the government likes, let them misbehave, but let God just do his best for Nigeria and for Nigerians. Now, concerning this issue, what Sunday said, and I was talking about that off camera before we came back on. Abacha looted this economy. The economy did not crumble. The next government came and was focused, and they carried us forward. Babangida was also alleged to have
carried us forward to where?
He was also alleged to have looted this economy. When those that took over from him took over, they were not crying over spirit milk. They were focused and they moved the economy forward.
To the present state we are now.
What I expect us to do, I've never seen a man who drives. I will keep repeating this. This is your windscreen. You are driving and you are looking back. You will soon crash. You remain focused. That's what you should do. Let me use football as an analogy or a metaphor for Nigeria. When a team, let me use any team for instance as an example, let's say Manchester United, if they begin to perform poorly and they're going to relegation,
okay,
everybody will ask for okay, let's hear Douglas,
okay,
and I will finish up. Please allow me to finish this. I want to finish with Douglas.
Okay, good morning, Douglas. Please go on with your contribution.
Yeah, good morning to you all here.
Good morning, please go on.
Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah.
Good morning.
I would like to say that I'm happy with the way Mr. Victor is responding to all the issues. I mean, he's trying to be neutral and then put the interests of Nigerians first before another thing. But the way Kaidi is responding is that he is just here to support the party in ADW. He's always talking about what the past government has not been able to achieve. So when you're talking about the 5,000 megawatts of electricity, it's as if it is the last government that failed to give Nigerians the electricity. But you and I know that it is right from the independence that all these issues started.
Okay.
If I will ask you this question, can you promise Nigerians that this present government can be able to give us another 5,000 megawatts of electricity before the end of this year? Can you do that?
He's not speaking for the government, as I said.
Nigerians are not. We know all issues
that
are disturbing the country.
Okay. Many thanks to you, Douglas, for your contribution. What you
Douglas, I thank you for your contribution. I am not an APC person, and neither am I working for the government. I cannot promise you anything here. But what I can promise you that I'm convinced about is that this is a responsible government that will not govern this country anyhow.
Okay, now let Victor finish up.
We will all appreciate this government very soon.
Okay, Victor, please go on.
So the point I'm making, and I hope the government does what I'm about to say now, is you see, when a team is losing matches and losing matches and losing matches, what the management does is they decide to hire a new coach.
Like Nigeria's been.
Yes. When you hire a new coach,
I will still keep losing the matches.
When you hire a new coach, what you expect, you hire a new coach, you fire the old coach and hire a new coach in the hope that that coach will focus and bring that team together, motivate them, and take them back to reckoning and winning ways.
Yes.
Now, if that coach comes and begins to complain that, do you expect to rebuild this team overnight? This team has been performing so. Nobody listens to your fans won't even buy that from you. Whatever you need to do. If you need to hire new players, you hire new players. You understand? Whatever you need to do, you do.
Okay.
That is all you are hired to do. Your job is not to begin to blame the old coach. That was why he was fired.
Okay.
Nigeria,
now please let's get Rashid out.
Rashid is
anybody can just come and change that.
Rashid, we are on to you now. Kindly, please. Rashid, we are on to you. Kindly go on with your contribution.
My contribution this morning goes like this. If you have a good president and you don't have good institutions, there is no good thing about the president now. So we have a bad institution in Nigeria. The intention of the president has to solve the problem of Nigeria. But when you look at it, Nigerians are not ready for it. We all know that corruption is our problem. Now, who is ready among them that have stolen Nigerian money to face the law? That is the first question. When one is arrested, you will be hearing from other side. Is it the only person who has stolen money? We should go for another one. I mean, when we want to solve a problem, yesterday I called, I said, tackle our problem from the root. Our problem is Nigerians. It's not our leader. When Buhari came in force, electricity was stable in Nigeria. Wasn't it?
We were all celebrating it.
But when they saw that he cannot, they have the upper hand now, they begin to do as before. And other institutions the same way.
Okay.
But if we want to solve our problem, let the Nigeria in our heart, then our problem is solved.
Okay. Thank you very much, Rashid. Let's be Nigerians in our hearts and our problems will be solved. Which brings me back to that issue of diversification. You know, there are different strategies being proposed by the federal government. We're looking at the employment of 500,000 teachers to help the education sector.
These are part of the solution.
They are part of the solution. Now, let's look at the workability, the feasibility of these proposals, of these propositions, really.
Well, one of the focal objectives of this government is to diversify the economy, because it is obvious that the dependence, on oil has been messing us up. That is what brought us to this level. So, I am of the opinion that this present government must find any solution. I don't know where they want to get it from. To the issue of electricity power supply in Nigeria. You see, any government that can give Nigeria stable electricity supply would have given us about 80% solutions to our problems.
But can it be given?
It should.
Can it be achieved?
It should.
Okay.
So, by the time we have that, the government can now look into agriculture, diversifying, by making sure that we are self-sufficient in the area of feeding ourselves. We have a lot of expansive agrarian lands that are just lying fallow. Nobody wants to be a farmer in Nigeria again. But by the time the government now drives the attention of everybody now back to agriculture, that alone can create a lot of employment. Let's now go into the issue of construction. To create employment, to grow Nigeria, to develop Nigeria, then I think Nigeria must be turned to a big construction site.
A big construction site.
Well, that will employ a lot of people and it will change Nigeria rapidly.
Okay, let's hear what Samuel thinks. Good morning, Samuel. You're calling from Port Harcourt.
Yeah, good morning, ma.
Good morning, sire.
Yeah, please, I just want to add to the issue on ground. One of your analysts said South Africa have 50,000 megawatts. And every time any government comes into power, they always tell us we have 5,000 megawatts. So I want to ask, what will it cost for us to get more than 5,000 watts or 30,000 watts or a watt that will excite Nigerians? Because the excuses is too much. You know, they should just put a solution. If this will make us to have 100,000 watts,
then we'll know that, okay, we'll have to suffer for a period of time and we'll get that 100,000 hours. Giving us 5,000 hours, giving us 2,000 hours, every government come, we add only one, it has to solve the problem. That's just my own contribution.
Many thanks, Samuel.
The solution to the problem, the question he has asked, the solution is a Nigeria without corruption. That's one. A Nigeria with discipline and responsible government. That's two. That's the solution to the question he asked. Then number three, a Nigeria where the resources of Nigeria will be deployed for the purpose of building and developing Nigeria. That has been a problem over time.
Okay.
The problem with Nigeria over time has been that the money, the resources we ought to have used to develop Nigeria, to build power infrastructure, have been shared by a few people. That is the problem.
Okay. So you've mentioned the solution. Let's hear solutions from Victor. And please, before you give the solutions, let's quickly consider the fact that the oil benchmark was pegged at $38 per barrel. But yes, but now there is an increase. We are looking at about a little above $40 per barrel of price of crude oil. How do we work through all of these, and what's the solution?
Well, what that suggests already we're having a surplus. Because if the budget was benchmarked at 38, even before implementation, already we're having a surplus.
Now look at borrowing. The idea of borrowing.
Well, the idea of borrowing, I mean, you see, I'm confused, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what to believe anymore in this government, particularly when we hear about claims of monies recovered, loots and all of those figures. So where figures are concerned, as far as I'm concerned, only what we see that we can count on. We cannot, I don't trust the government anymore because of policy flip-flops and different accounts from different people. However, I think it's good that oil has gone up, and I know it's going to go up a lot more. Before the end of the year, hopefully it will be over 50. If it can get higher, it will be great for us. But I also hope that what the president did when he went unsolicited, nobody asked him, he went and was begging to join the Islamic coalition against ISIS. That was totally unnecessary. You're going to provoke while there. I hope it will not come and threaten us here. Secondly, the UN decision was a brilliant masterstroke.
Okay.
But you do that respectfully. You don't go and shove it in the face of the world, because we would have set a precedence that other Africans will take over.
Yes.
And if we do that, it will create problems for us, because America will declare it an act of war.
Okay, now
remember, they're the ones that put us in this problem.
Okay, let's quickly hear Abby out. Good morning, Abby.
The central. I mean, every state should try to provide electricity on their own. Like, then whenever we have a problem, they say it's gas line. We have other means of bringing out electricity.
Okay.
So we should try to decentralize it. I think that is the issue, because we keep on going back to the same issue, talking about national grid. It's affecting us all the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Abby. Every state to be independent.
Yes.
Sorry, Victor had mentioned 2 solutions. Do you have any?
No, that's serious solutions. You see, the issue of, I think we need to pay more attention to the youth. That is really where our future is. We need to empower them. What India did, they had a deliberate policy on information technology. We have a lot of young people. In fact, if our Yahoo boys are properly motivated, in terms of technology, we can develop apps from this country that can give us our next set of Facebook.
Zuckerberg?
Yeah, Mark Zuckerbergs and the rest of them.
Entrepreneurs, yeah.
We need to focus on our youth, on our young people. Encourage them, give them loans or whatever it takes. Agriculture. It's not just about whole farming and all that. All forms of agriculture, animal husbandry, and all of that, we need to pay. And the entire value chain, we need to empower people to be able to go into agriculture and make sure that in terms of exports, so that we can, actually, whatever they do here can actually go out. The government needs to focus very much, on those areas. I would say concentrate on the youth, pay more attention to agriculture and solid minerals. There's too much looting going on in that area right now, with the complicity of state governments, and I don't know if the federal government is aware, but if they keep quiet and they ignore it, then they are complicit. So I think we need to look at those areas, and I think that's going to help us.
Okay.
There is nothing Nigeria cannot build. There is nothing Nigeria, like China,
But have we been able to build
if we allow the resources of Nigeria to work?
Now, one of the things that have been built, that's a car by a local company. But our senators...
What is that, my sister? Go to Japan, go to China and see the level
of... I think you should start from... I think it's good to start from somewhere.
We need to build more.
It's not about building more. What are we doing to... How can he build more if you don't have a market? Are we patronizing him?
It is because we didn't have responsible government in the past.
What is this government doing? No, that's not true.
But it's the 8th Senate now.
I have told you, I don't want to talk about that Senate. I don't want to talk about that Senate. That Senate, to me, is a PDP Senate. That's to me.
But should that now... Should that...
I am talking about the government because I believe in the government. So,
but they're part of the government. It's three arms. There is executive, there is legislature.
You see,
when the APC senators,
when the National Assembly is always at loggerheads with the executive, you know that they're not together.
But why should they be doing? They're supposed to check the executive. Is that what democracy is?
They're supposed to do
They're supposed to act as check and balance.
Who is saying
that is democracy?
They should check.
They're supposed to protect us.
They should check for the building of the new Nigeria.
Okay.
They should check for the
by
building,
compromising
not setting us back.
Okay.
Not setting us back.
Okay, we're getting the last line now. Last line from you, Kayode.
The last line is, one thing I want to establish is that Nigeria should have hope in this present government because of one reason. This is a very responsible, disciplined, sane, and passionate about Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
And I believe that the most mentally resourceful politicians and technocrats we have in Nigeria are already working with this government.
Okay, beautiful.
We'll get it.
Victor, please.
I'm not asking for a sane government. I'm not asking for a disciplined government. I'm asking for an effective government that will improve the life of Nigerians.
Many thanks to you. I must sincerely appreciate you both for being a part of Core Digest today. It's been heated, but there have been solutions, really. And I can only hope that the government would look into these matters and work to ensure that Nigeria is a better place to live in. Thank you very much, Kayode Salako, for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
And also to you, Victor. Hi. We hope to see you very, very soon again.
Thank you.
Okay, well, that's been it on this edition of Core Digest. It's been so much pleasure knowing you're there watching and wishing for the good of Nigeria. But remember that the positive change always begins with you and with me. I am Abosedi Omowi. Do have a pleasant day.